Hi, my little ones, how are you? Fine? Okay. Now we have come to the point that is spoken English. You know written English, isn't it? In written English you have got 26 letters. 26 letters. And of these, 5 of them are vowel letters. A, E, I, O, U. So this is about letters. Spelling, writing. You use spelling for writing. You use alphabets for writing. But for speaking, you cannot use alphabets. How can you use alphabets for speaking? For speaking, you require sounds. That is why we studied sounds of English. And we saw that there are 44 sounds. 44 sounds. And of these, we have 20 vowel sounds. 20 vowels. And 24 consonants. Consonants. So we have seen these things. Now we know how to pronounce or speak English well. Isn't it? Now if you have 1 or 2 points more, if we can remember, and if we can practice it, put into practice, then you can speak exactly like the Englishman. Is that what you want? The native speakers of English? Isn't it? I think that is what we want. Yes. So here we have got, it's very simple to do that, as I told you. That is what in spoken English you have to learn 1 or 2 points more. Then the whole thing will be over. So first thing that you should know in spoken English, we have already done sounds. You know how to write sounds by using symbols. Say an example, come. Suppose come. And you know how to write the sound come. We don't say coming. The E is silent. The letter E is silent here. So we say come. What you hear is come, not coming. Understand? So now when you write, this is spelling, this is sound. When you write, this is one way of writing, this is another way of writing. This is writing using letters and this is writing using sounds. When you write the pronunciation of a word using sounds, you call that process transcription. Transcription. Not a very big word. Transformer. Transform, electricity, transformer, etc. So trans means change. Script means writing, the writing mode. So when you change the writing mode from spelling the sound, you call this transcription. Understand? Okay. The second point is, in English is a very interesting language in the sense that you can see a rhythm, no? You see, when you say, he goes to school every day. There's a rhythm. And how do you create the rhythm? By a method called stress and unstress. Or you say, certain parts you stress, certain parts you don't stress. Understand? Stressing and unstressing. So then, when you say, he goes to school every day, so that you are stressing some words, isn't it? So this is a feature, a characteristic of English, speaking English or spoken English, we say. So it starts with the words, word level. For example, see this come. Or when you look up a dictionary, for a word, you will find like this. First you will find the letters. Table. Then you will find the what is the pronunciation? Table. And then here you will find a small mark here. So that means that is a stress mark. You call it stress mark. Stress mark. Now, wherever you see the stress mark, you should use a little more energy than you use for pronouncing other parts of a word. So here you can see it has got two parts. You will wait for your second standard, third standard to find out the parts of the words. But time being, you understand like this. Then you find this mark. That means you have to use a little more energy here. Then how will you say? Suppose you don't use energy, how will you say? Table. Table. Suppose you use energy here and not here, then table. That looks fine now. Better, isn't it? Table. Chair. Table. Instead of saying table or chair, can I say chair? Sofa. Sofa. So then, is it cook? Don't say cook. Sofa. Furniture. You don't say furniture. 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 Understand? Book. Take your book. Take your book and start writing. So then there is a rhythm. And this rhythm is created, as I told you, by what? By stressing and unstressing a pattern. A way of stressing and unstressing certain parts. Now I will tell you. Now stress mark. So watch for this. Whenever you study a new word, first study the pronunciation. Then find out where the stress is and practice it. Table, school. Don't say school, but school, school. The stress, school. See that? So use that. Okay. You look up the dictionary and learn this. Now, at that point, notice, I just now told you a rhythm. And there's a rhythm, then you have got, for example, sentences. Okay? He goes to school every day. So this is the sentence. Now you can say, without any change of tone, he goes to school every day. He comes back every evening. He reads his books. He does his homework. He watches TV for 3 minutes. That's called monotone. Mono, same tone. But English is not to be spoken like that. It has to be spoken with this rhythm. And this, in spoken English, we call it intonation. Intonation. So what is intonation? Intonation is the change of the level of your voice. Level of your voice changes. For example, if you know, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown and Jim came tumbling after. That is monotone. What if we say with intonation, that voice going up, coming down, going up, coming down, level like that. So it will be Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. You see, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his leg. Isn't it? Jack fell down and broke his leg, and Jim came tumbling after. Jack came down. See? So that is intonation. Rhythm. In sentences also you can see this. I told him he goes to school every day. Instead of that, he goes to school every day. See? He goes to school every day. When you are stressing, this is unstressed. You don't stress. He goes. Again, unstressed too. He goes to school. He goes to school every day. So when you are reading loudly, practicing loud reading, try to read like this. Understand that? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. A famous speech by Mark Antony. At least you must have heard of this. But if we suppose Mark Antony says, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Not one. Friends, high pitch. Romans, very much. Coming down. Lend me your ears. So this is intonation, is the beauty of the language. Intonation means the level of your voice going up and down. Understand? High pitch, low pitch. So that is level. Pitch means level. So your level of your voice, that should go up and down according to the meaning of the sentence, meaning of what you are saying. And this intonation can make changes in meaning. If you say, just take a simple expression like this, come in. Intonation can change the meaning of these two words. Somebody knocks and says, come in. That means you want meeting. Somebody knocks and says, come in. You don't want to. Then somebody knocks and says, come in. I'm not concerned whether you come or not. Really? So, if your voice like this, if you say like this, please come exactly at 4 o'clock. You see? Please come exactly at 4 o'clock. You see the difference? So, this you must practice. Now you are in the first standard, just to know about it. Now try. In the next standard, second standard, when you reach the second standard, you know more of this. Today, I just want to introduce this idea to you. If you start practicing now, next year it will become easier. And the third year it becomes easiest. And the fourth year it will become a habit of yours. And once it becomes a habit, there's no point in thinking about it. It automatically comes. It comes. Did you see that? Yes. So, with this, we come to the end of our spoken English or English phonetics pronunciation. Remember, this vowel sounds are very, very important, because when you take up indefinite articles, a and an, where to use a, where to use an, depends on the sound of the word, how the word begins. For example, just one example I will show you. That is, suppose you start a word with the U. See? U-M-B-R-E-L-L-A, umbrella. Then what do? You use an umbrella. Another word starting with U. Union. Union. You cannot use and there. Union. See? This is a union. A union. Why? Because this sound is not. Letter is vowel, but the sound is not a vowel. Sound is ya, ya. You remember ya? The last consonant sound ya, you, yes. Okay? I think now we have enough for the first standard. Enough. It is enough. In the next year we will have more of this. But you know about it. Symbols, phonetic symbols, sounds, vowels and consonants. Vowels means airflow is free. Consonant means somewhere there is a cut or some block or some narrowing, like this, isn't it? And then the consonant sounds, there are 24. Vowel sounds, there are 20. 12 of the vowel sounds are single vowel sounds. 8 of them are diphthongs. That means two members are there. You write them together and pronounce them together. And spoken English. This is a major part of spoken English. Sounds. And then you have got a stress. Each word has a stress point. You stress there. For example, say examination. So it's a long word. The stress is almost the end of the word. Examination. Don't worry about that now because you're smart. Yes. You're smart. Yes. So what do you? The stress intonation. That means the sound goes, the level of your voice goes up and down. Understand? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Not Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Not that. So try learning it right now. Practice it so that you become good, great speakers of English. Okay? Enjoy your holiday and come back on Monday with greater energy and enthusiasm. Till then, bye-bye.